Thanks for watching my video. So today we're going to be doing a really straightforward home project that anyone can do. As you can see, I've got stuff that you probably already have in your kitchen. All you need is a grater, you need a bowl, you need a spoon, some tinfoil to keep your workspace clean, some additions that you're going to be adding to your soap, and a cup of cool water. Okay, so I'm going to get going. Here we are. I'm just taking a fresh bar of soap out of its package. Now, if you're using new soap, make sure it doesn't have any paper or stickers attached to it because we're going to be grating it and we don't want that caught in the grater. Again, you don't have to use a fresh bar of soap. It works really well to use the scrappy ends of soap that you typically discard at the end of the shower. And just grate it simply as you would grating cheese. It's very similar to the consistency of cheese, so it grates very easily. Now, you could make soap out of scratch, like you could make soap out of raw ingredients. You could use some animal fats or oils, something to make it go solid, coconut oil for instance, but I find that actually by the time you're done and you add up all the costs of the raw ingredients, it's more expensive than just buying the soap itself. You can buy really nice soaps at organic food stores for not that much money, and I just don't think that it's worth it, but I still really enjoy the process. And so I think that this is a good way around it. Soaps make great gifts, and there's no sort of shortage of things to give gifts for. I like them as gifts because it doesn't require someone to keep them forever. They can use them and then they don't have to have more stuff in their house or in their drawers. Here I'm using soap that I just got from a pound store. It was maybe 6 bars for a pound, very reasonable. I'm going to use that as a base and then you can add whatever you want to it. So it takes a little while. I'm just going to speed it up. So grate as many bars as you think you need, or as much soap as you would like to use. Here I'm grating about 3 bars. And once you're finished, add a little bit of water just to soften up the soap shreds. It doesn't require much. The water will go in there and make it very malleable and easy to work with. Mix it all around, similarly as you would water to flour. Add a little bit more. Make sure you're getting the consistency that's easy to work with. Here I'm going to be adding some sugar. I'm using a sugar as an exfoliant. Sugar is great for an exfoliant. It runs off in the shower. It feels nice on the skin. Just add as much as you want. This is also the time where it's good to add food coloring if you'd like to change the color, or if you would enjoy a different fragrance, add that here too. Lavender oil, tea tree for instance, those all are great in soap. So just mix it around until you have a consistency that you can knead with. You don't want to make it too wet because it will just dissolve and it won't be malleable enough. It will be hard to work with. So when it's about at a Play-Doh-like consistency, go ahead and knead the soap and make it into one form. This takes a little bit of time, but it's good. If you find the soap is still too dry, add more water. And if the soap's too wet, you can always wait a bit and come back and have that water evaporate, or you could grate more soap into it. So now you can make any shape you want. This works a lot, like I said, it works a lot like Play-Doh. So if you have a cookie cutter that you like the shape of, a star or a heart, you can just press the soap into the cookie cutter on the tin foil, and then you can wait maybe a day or two, and you'll have a soap that shape. You could press it into a pan, then you could cut it up like they were brownies, and then you'll have square soaps. I'm I'm just gonna mold mine into what I call a soap potato, mostly because I just want to show you guys the technique, but also I find this easier to hold. I like having a bigger soap so that you know where your soap is when you need it in the shower. You don't have to go running around for it. So once you're happy with the shape, you're pretty much done. You can use the soap immediately as long as it's the right consistency, or you can wait a couple days for it to dry out. You can sculpt it. I've seen people make soaps, like make whole little animals out of soaps for sculpting. Soaps are just a really great gift. If you wrap it up in a nice cellophane. Just making sure all the edges are smooth. So again, super economical. I know it's not technically 100% homemade because you start off with store-bought soap, but I've never had anyone say that it wasn't. And I think it's just really nice to get involved in making things and making things for yourself in your house. You can also use a similar technique to make homemade laundry detergent. You grate the soap and then add some baking soda and borax. I'll make a video on that later. Just into a really smooth shape here. I'm feeling pretty happy with the shape at this point. I think it's good. Just a couple more edges to smooth out. And then we're done. And that's the final product. But remember, there's no limit to what you can do here. Just colors, fragrances, shapes. The better quality soap you start off with, the better quality soap you'll have. But all in all, just a really easy, great craft to do with kids. Good for the holidays. No, really, it's just so simple. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.